Hello to the Cal High students, family, and faculty, and welcome to the graduation of the class of 2017. When I was provided with the opportunity to speak here today, I knew I wanted to give you guys some advice to take with you when entering your futures. I've learned so much from one of the most inspiring men in my life, my father. With all that I've learned from him, I'm hoping this speech will allow me to pass that knowledge on to you.
I've always admired my mother for a lot of reasons. I don't think this interview has enough time to talk about that, but outside of being your mom and just you watch circumstances that happen in her life that she was able to overcome. With four of us in the house, she never let her trials and her difficulties affect us. She always found a way to be encouraging, upbeat, very real. We never wanted for anything. She gave us what we needed. And just to watch her work, to get up in the morning and, make four breakfasts on the go, ready to go, lunches if needed, to already have dinner started for the evening when she got home from work in San Francisco after riding back and forth on barge. So just so many different things through my life that, I've watched her grow even as an adult, to watch her go through. So I definitely would say my mom.
I hope each and every one of you find someone in life that you admire. Through them, you will learn how to also become someone who is worth admiring. Whether you are a military officer or the President of the United States or an elementary school teacher, be someone that at least one person in this world can look up to. That is how you know that you are serving some sort of purpose in life, in case you ever lose sight of why you are here.
All right, so in turn, what would you consider your biggest regret in life?
There's two ways to look at regrets in life. There's things you didn't do, maybe, or a decision that you made that didn't turn out the right way, or stuff, stuff that you bought that you didn't need, or stuff that you made, or there's something that you wanted that you should have taken advantage of. I really don't look at regrets, but I really look at right now in terms of both of those. I really don't have any regrets. There's things I wish I'd have had more guidance maybe in my football career. I may have ended differently, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's a regret. That's a desire to maybe have wanted something to work out a little differently. So, to be honest with you, looking at that, I don't really have any regrets.
Go out into the future and live with no regrets. Right now, we can look back at high school, and of course there are things that we wish we didn't splurge on or a mistake we wish we didn't make. But in the grand scheme of things, we are leaving Cal High with no regrets. When you look back on these coming years, I hope you will be in the same place, acknowledging the things that could have gone better, but not regretting anything.
What advice do you have for a college student, for a student going into college?
A couple things. One is to expect change and then embrace change. It's a different stage. It's you're out. You take what you've learned from your family, go out in the world, go to a college where people make change for the world. You have to make decisions. You're going to be presented with all kinds of choices, whether it be academic, social. There's so many things that happen in college, and that's why they say college is a microcosm of the world, because you're going to go there and really experience a myriad of things. Some of those decisions you're going to have to make are going to be spontaneous. Some you'll be able to think out. So I'd say, if you expect change and you embrace change, when you get in change, it doesn't surprise you. I think the second thing would be to really know who you are, decide who you are before you leave home. And when you do that, you make sure that you stay true to that person, okay? When you go to college, you don't need to fit in, okay? You just want to make sure that you're being you, and doing that, that's good enough. I think sometimes Much like the young men I work with, they come into the National Football League and they think they have to be something that they're really not. And it creates issues. So I think a student, freshman going in, is expect change, embrace it, so it doesn't overwhelm you, and then know who you are.
There's only one way to prepare for what is certain in our uncertain future, and that is to prepare for change. We must expect and embrace life's twists and turns because they are the only real guarantee in our future. Along with embracing change, embrace who you are. My favorite quote says this: "In a world where you can be anything, be yourself."
So once you get through college, you have to choose a job. So do you believe in choosing a job for money stability or choosing a job that you love?
Absolutely, unequivocally, for what you love. The challenge is, as you're in college, you kind of somewhat nickel and diamond, and you always say, "Hey, I want some money. I want to earn some money." We're so in a hurry to get my apartment, to get my car, to get to this, and sometimes you get the money and you get a really good paying job, and it's a job. Not understanding that job you get out of college, 9 times out of 10 will not be the job you're going to have in 5 years. Okay, so jobs change. I think college is about discovering and exploring and discovering what you love. And I've been very fortunate to love football and playing it and still be able to work in football now. That's not a job to me. It's what I love to do. It's that old saying. I mean, it's kind of cliche-ish in a certain way. If you love what you do, it's never a job.
Whether you are headed to a 2-year, a 4-year, the military, or the workforce, we will all be a 19-year-old who are newly independent in some way. Try and avoid making life and career choices for money. Do your best to slow down and enjoy what you love. Eventually, you'll be able to translate what you love into what you do.
At some point in your adult life, you are separated from your family when you commuted from California to Kansas. What was that like? And do you have any advice for people who get separated from the rest of their family for periods of time?
Separating from your family through your life is part of it. I think that's where college comes in. That's the first stage. You're kind of away. You come home. You got to get used to it. You got your little life, and they got their life. And the next time you get through with the college, then you kind of move somewhere else, and then and so it's part of it. But communicating. We were on the phone all the time. We had high phone bills early on. Okay, before cell phones and texting and all that stuff. So we had high phone bills and stuff. But I think now, even with Cameron being in college, the FaceTiming. I mean, there's some things with technology that really make that separation so much easier. It did that even when the family was left in Kansas and I came here back to Oakland to work for the Raiders. Skype, FaceTime was big. And so I think that helps tremendously. Again, if you know what kind of relationship that you have with your family, okay, and it's one of peace, it's one of love, it's one of strength and confidence, it makes it so much easier.
Remember and cherish those who are with you in this moment during some of the darkest and happiest times in your life. Work hard to maintain and cultivate your relationships as we go our separate ways. With all of the time we spend on our phones, I assure you that some of the faces that bring you comfort and joy now will still be around years to come.
What would you say? What do you want for your loved ones? For your wife, for your kids, perhaps when you aren't around anymore?
Just to understand that don't sweat the small stuff. Really, at the end of the day. There's no need to be, there's fear, and fear is a natural part of life, but you don't have to be. There's going to be challenges. Know that there's going to be challenges, and it's not the challenge, okay? It's not the hurt, it's not the heartache, it's not the disappointment, it's what are you going to do when you're presented with that? And if you can stay within yourself, understand that peace is the key to everything. Like, can you keep your peace through the storms of life? That to me is so important.
Seniors, I will leave you with this. As you embark on your own journey, remember to never sweat the small stuff. There will be trials and tribulations coming your way, but know that there is no need to be afraid. Your time here and the people you have met have prepared you to face life's challenges. It is all about what you make of those challenges and how you grow from them. In the end, inner peace is the real key to happiness. If you are content with who you are and how you are living, everything else will fall into place. So, Grizzlies, I look forward to all of us finding our peace and making our own paths. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
What is the one thing you want to do before you die?
No, I think I'd like to see my grandkids. Okay, you're gonna get me caught up, choked up here. So, I think any parent would like to see their grandchildren. I don't have any control over that, but I think I want to make sure that my heart is cleansed, my mind is cleansed. I gave the world the best that I have. That's internal. I think externally, I want to travel, I want to see other parts of the world. I just want to be happy.